evening. The word for today starts with I and ends with meant. I meant what I said in my last video. How the hell is the Trump administration still lasting? It's October the 23rd, 2019, Wednesday. It's midweek in politics. I'm your host, Chris Atkins. It's plain and simple political news. Let's get to it. If I can discuss this impeachment trial for a minute, I'm going to try to discuss it briefly for a minute. Impeachment is just a formality. They just saying, say, cuz, we need to investigate homeboy. There's Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution. It gives the House of Representatives the authority. They got the sole authority to bring impeachment upon a sitting official, like any high-ranking official, for being accused of high crimes, which I don't know what high crimes are. Ain't nobody define high crimes. I thought high crimes was when, like, people had the munchies and eat food walking around the grocery store. That sounds like a high crime. Treason is another reason you betraying the country for your own gain, or bribery. Like, you be out there trying to, which I think they suspected Trump of, which is pretty damn sure they're going to get him on. After they've launched the inquiry and they found evidence of whatever they accuse you of, that's when the full House will vote on it, whether they bring you to trial. Once they do, some people from the House become the prosecution. The Senate becomes the jury. The president brings his own team. The Chief Justice presides over the trial, and then the Senate has to vote 2/3 to put the president out of the job. So that's what's got to happen. It's only been 19 people to be impeached. 2 presidents, mostly judges, a senator, and like a cabinet member. Most of the judges lost theirs. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't understand that too, because it's like, how are the judges losing the impeachment trials? You supposed to be the best trial people there. How you lose? The whole Ukraine thing is about the Ukrainian president wanted a meeting with Donald Trump in the Oval Office. That's prestige. People see you in there taking a picture. They feel like, they got to respect you. Also, he had $400 million in military aid that the United States had been given to the Ukrainians to help fight the Russians. But since Trump in office, they just figured, hey, we ain't going to get him that money. And this week, you had the top diplomat in Ukraine go down. And first of all, he's skeptical to get the job because, why did somebody walk away from the job just in the middle of it? That didn't make sense. Second thing was communication. They wasn't talking using proper channels like they always do. They was doing some shadow stuff. Third thing he noticed was Donaldson, I think his name is, or Donaldson, whatever his name is, he's a diplomat to the European Union. He just straight up told this boy one day, say, man, we're going to have a phone call. Don't tape it or nothing like that. Let's just make sure ain't nobody recording or nothing. Why would that make sense? Like, that's a red flag. That's illegal, fool. You can't do that. When he saw all this going on, man, he wrote out who was calling, who was talking, what was happening, if a banana turned black before it should have. He wrote out detailed notes about everything. Once he had all that, he sent it up to Bolton, who he told him he needed to send it to the State Department. And when he did, nothing happened. Because guess what? The Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, did whatever he was going to do with it. So, yeah, Ukraine is a shit show, man. This week, 2 of the Giuliani associates that were arrested at the airport about a week ago with the one-way flights out the country. Now, come to find out, they had a company, a shell company, $350,000 they made to a super PAC that supported President Trump. It's a shell company because they had just set it up 2 weeks prior to making a donation. That's pay for play, man. That's quid pro quo. They hollered at them Ukrainians like, hey, man, we can get the little U.S. diplomat put up out of here if that's what you need. Well, if you done paid $350,000 to somebody's campaign, I think you probably can get somebody removed. And I'd be damned if somebody ain't get removed from their post. It is a shit show completely over there. 2/3 of the House have to vote to remove the president from office. Will it happen? We don't know. But if they do the impeachment after this election, it's like, this is a real sticky thing because people gonna vote along party lines, man. I hope, people vote along the truth, but can't hope too much from people. You just gotta be honest with it, man. People are assholes. Anyway, man, it's plain and simple political news. If you got questions about impeachment or what's going on with the impeachment trial or some of the actors in Ukraine, put them in the comments below, man. Like, repost, do all that stuff, man. I'm Chris Atkins. I'm your host. It's plain and simple political news, man. See you Tuesday. Sunday. See Sunday.